Hi guys, this is Martin, aka MartinTheVlogger, and today I have here for you a video about RLS Cat Delete or DCat or Catalysator off for every BRP CanAm Spyder F3S, F3, F3T, RT, any CanAm Spyder that has Rotax engine 1330. DCat is from, and this is the better video, the DCat is from company RLS Exhaust. Small shop from America run by Ricky Sutton. Today in this video we will be doing something like unpackaging, so I'll show you what's inside, what is included, and why I have decided to go for dark edition. Then too we'll be in the garage and I'll show you how to mount it on the bike, if it is difficult or not, and I will tell you and show you some tips and tricks and one thing that is absolutely necessary to do. As you can see, I have the Akrapovic exhaust here, I have the SOG exhaust there. Yeah, this is how I ride these days, and I will bring to the game also the Catalysator. So we'll be doing series of tests, and I think it's very interesting. You will hear the difference between when there is RLS DCat on and when there is Catalysator on, and when there is a stock exhaust on, and when there is an Akrapovic exhaust on. So yeah, a lot of work, but this is not everything. Guys, if you are not subscribed to my channel, hit the subscribe button and have the notifications on, because if you have them on, every time I make a new video you are notified. And next week, 2nd of May, there is, I believe, the largest exhaust and DCat test in the world done on a BRP CanAm Spyder. I will bring to the game the La Monster pipe, the pipe that I was riding for 3 years, and we will do a series of tests and we will compare them, we will talk about prices, about everything. So 2nd of May, next video. If you are watching after this time, the video is right there. Now enough of this, let's go to the garage. What is included in the packaging? It's the pipe itself, the DCat, obviously, but what I really like a lot is this small tool. We will need it when we will be doing mounting of the pipe. There are strings out there and they can be really tricky to do, and if you don't have a tool like this, you might have a lot of trouble. So I really like that this item is included in the box. Next thing is this muffler. If you see there is a La Monster pipe, they're using a different system, their own muffler. RLS Exhaust is using their own, and it's quite hard to see through. What it does, basically it creates a back pressure, and you will put it here. Now, few important things, even towards this video and in general. I'm from Europe. We are running here a richer gas, richer petrol. 95 octans is the lowest that we can get. So some of the noise or some of the sound that you will hear, it's simply not possible for you guys to have in America. The next thing is I have the EQ remapped. There is a video about it and how the performance has changed. Why I'm saying this, it's because of that muffler. It's connected to the muffler. In case you do not have EQ remapped, you will need to have the muffler inside of the pipe because of the torque, because of the loss of the back pressure. I'm not a rocket scientist. I will not explain you what the back pressure means and how it affects the bike. It's a different story. But I have the EQ remapped. Many of you are asking me what stage I have. I'm MartinTheVlogger, and that's the beast, and we were one of the first in the world to have the EQ remapped, and back in the day there was nothing like stage 1 or stage 2. I have just stage, and basically they have moved the red line of the revs a little bit higher so I can go to the higher revs, and the torque is improved. That's it. There is no hole in the airbox. Neither airbox is modified for the stage 2 now these days, and I did it with Monster fuel injections, something like that, back in the day. What else is included? It's this RLS stickers, and they will go on a front wall of fame. Now if we will talk directly about the pipe itself, you can see La Monster is just straight pipe from the engine, and I was running that one for almost 4 years. This one has something like Catalysator, right? It looks like that, but what it does, it creates the back pressure. So That was something that I was always complaining, or a little bit complaining about that pipe, me losing back pressure. But anyway, this is the reason why I really went for the RLS exhaust. It's because it should create a lot of back pressure. So even in the lower revs, I can have a higher power or more power. Why it is black? I think it's something like $40 extra or 30 or something like that. It's black coating. It's not about the color. Obviously, we're not able to see a lot on the bike, but it's because it's something like it's ceramic coated, and the difference it's in the temperature. So it should keep, it's something like when you use the tape around the exhaust pipe. And why it is good, it's again about the airflow and about the whole keeping the engine and especially temperatures on the engine bay a little bit lower. It's about performance, and yeah, it looks better. In case you have any questions, you know, just write them into a comment. And now let's mount the bad boy. So basically what you will need for mounting is this screwdriver. There is only one screw, one bolt, and it's behind this exhaust. And you will need this tool for the strings. How difficult it is really to mount it? I think it's not really difficult. I did it, so it cannot be difficult. The only trouble you may get is with those strings, with these strings here. Now, because there are different people watching, I want to make sure that everybody understands that we are working with exhaust and catalysator, and it's hot air flowing through those pipes, so it can get really hot. So if you have just returned from the shop with your new Cat Delete, wait a moment, let the bike calm down, and then mount the new pipe, okay? I'm just saying. Oh yeah, and by the way, I have rails, but I will do it without them because I'm just too lazy. And yeah, it is possible to mount the kit without using any rails. So the strings, see, it's 3 of them. One is here, one is on the other side, and this one was on top. And why this is a great tool is because you will just hook the string and you will just pull. Trust me, if you don't have that tool, it takes ages. I was using shoe lenses, I was using anything to have something like this done with a screwdriver or whatever. It was just a nightmare, so that's a great thing. When you have dismantled those strings, the cat will be still there. It will not fall down because there is another mounting, basically a rubber holder. How it goes down, I will use this thing, and I will push this rubber there, and I will push the catalysator towards me. That's how it works. There you go. Next thing is we need to remove this. Now you see everything together. RLS exhaust, catalysator, La Monster pipe, Akrapovic, and stock exhaust. Now what I'm usually doing is, first of all, I put these 2 holders to the holes over here, of course connect to the engine bay, and then I will mount it to the top. This way it works for me almost always, so let's see. That was easy. Five minutes later, here's the one more. Maybe a tiny advice in case you are scared to move the pipes a little, in case you really need to. I mean, be careful, because obviously one pipe is connected to the engine and you don't want to destroy it, but gently you can really move it a couple of centimeters up and down with no trouble at all. Of course we're gonna put not the stock exhaust, but we're gonna put Akrapovic there, and that's the easiest part. Just basically back to its place like this, and again, don't be afraid to, you know, move it a little bit. And of course, top tip, don't forget to put this back. The exhaust is on, and I know everybody wants to now run it. I'd like to turn on the engine, but be careful. Of course, different people are watching, so make sure you are not in the garage and nothing can happen to you, okay? So I'll go outside, but this is important. Keep the engine running just on a neutral. Just keep it running. Some say on 5 minutes, some say 10 minutes, some say 15. I haven't seen information on more than 15 minutes, so that's what I'm doing. I'm running the engine just like that for 15 minutes so it can adjust to new back pressure, to new cat delete, to new exhaust, okay? You need to do it only once the installation is done, and afterwards you're all good to go. So let's go outside and listen to the RLS for the first time. Honestly, I really do love it. Let's see what's gonna happen tomorrow, but I really do love it. I love it. I love it. I love how it sounds. It's more like a kind of a Harley style of the sound. So now to the part that you've been probably waiting for and you are looking forward to, how the sound has changed, how the noise has changed, and how the performance, or if it has changed using the RLS pipe. All of the video will follow in this order. It's a stock exhaust with catalysator, stock exhaust with RLS, Akrapovic with catalysator, Akrapovic with RLS pipe. Okay, first let's start the engine. Now let's move to the acceleration. So what do you think, guys? Tell me which sound you like the most. Up there, if you want, there is a voting button and you will see who else has what kind of ideas. I have my favorite sound, but tell me which modification or which combination you like the most. Voting is up there. Now, series of these two tests. First, it's acceleration, and you will see the speedo. It's in kilometers per hour. Be careful about that. Understand that I was not able always do it the same way as I did it before. It's a half-mile track or something like that, and the conditions were slightly different. So, but at least it should give you some idea if there is any change. Now the second test, for me, is more interesting. We will be riding in a third gear around 2000 RPM, 39 kilometers per hour, and we will hit the full throttle. And I would like to see if there is any difference or any, loss of back pressure. Because I was riding with a La Monster pipe for about 3 years, and I really think the La Monster pipe, the Cat Delete, was having problems with the back pressure. With this RLS, there is that, bulky kind of part of the pipe, and this one should create you enough back pressure. So I'm really curious if there is any difference. Now the remaining couple of videos, I believe it's more related to Europe. Maybe you guys can do it in America as well, but I think it has something to do with the octane number of the gas. We are, as I said, we are running 95 or 98 octans. And what I really like, it's the sound, like how it bubbles and how it cuffs and how it barks. So I will just run it on RLS. With Akrapovic and with a stock exhaust, so you can hear if there is any kind of this. With La Monster, I do have this kind of, you know, barking and cuffing. So, and I really did like it. So let's see if it's still there. So guys, what you think? I'm completely exhausted, but happy that I was able to provide you this kind of video. Tell me in the comments, what do you think about RLS? If it's something that you like or not. And in case you will decide to buy the exhaust decat from the RLS exhaust, tell to Ricky you have it because you have watched MartinTheVlogger video. I don't have any provision from that, but it would be just nice to tell him that, you know. For me personally, there is a stock exhaust now. I will come back to the Akrapovic and I will run it with a combination with RLS. That's going to be my combination for hopefully next couple of years. I really do like it. I haven't seen the footage yet, but I think there is no loss of back pressure. I feel very comfortable and I really like the sound. The sound is like it's coming from a cave, you know, like from behind, and I really do like it. There's also one additional thing I wanted to say in this video. Recently I was reading so many articles about accidents, unfortunately, and I really think some of them it's because people don't see us, especially when you are in that blind angle, you know. The thing is, I was riding with catalysator on and stock exhaust on. I like the sound of the BRP, don't get me wrong. I'm getting old. Probably I'm getting old. I really like the sound, but there was one disadvantage. Nobody could really hear me coming. When I was overtaking, I was not really feeling super secure. Are the guys seeing me? Are they not? But this is not the case when you have decat on. I really do like it. I really feel more secure. Of course, it is about a little bit show off, you know, show to the world that how loud the bike can be, you know. But also, I have noticed, and I believe it's really true, that there is a security feature about this, so people can hear us. And some of the accidents, even if one accident out of 10 can be avoided because the people can hear you, I think that would be the benefit. So if nothing else, I would change it just because of that. So guys, thank you very much for watching. If you like what I do, if you are not a subscriber, hit the subscribe, have the notifications on. After 2nd of May, there is the biggest exhaust and decat video coming, or if it's already after the 2nd of May, it's there. Hit the like, hit the dislike. But most importantly, remember, always have fun.